You ever watch an episode of Star Trek that just sits with you? One that doesn't rely on space battles, time travel, or some grand universe-altering event, but instead just asks some damn good questions that you can't stop thinking about? For me, Latent Image from Star Trek Voyager's 5th season is one of those episodes. At its core, this is a story about individuality, what it means to be sentient, to have free will, and to live with the consequences of your choices. Episode that takes the Doctor, a character literally designed to be a tool, and forces him to confront something deeply, painfully human, the burden of making an impossible decision. The setup is deceptively simple. The Doctor discovers that a portion of his memory has been erased, and when he pieces it back together, he learns a concerning truth. He was forced to choose between saving 2 critically injured crew members. Ensign Jital, someone he is acquainted with, a crew member with, but not close to, and Harry Kim, a close friend. He ultimately chose Kim, and that choice shattered him. Unlike a human who might grieve, rationalize, or move on, the Doctor, a hologram, gets stuck in a relentless feedback loop, unable to resolve the question of whether his decision was fair. If he is truly an individual with autonomy and personal judgment, why did he make the choice that he did? And if he is just a program after all, then why did the choice haunt him? Then we have good old cold-blooded Captain Janeway. She originally erased his memory to protect him, to keep his program from collapsing on itself. I mean, with the Doc gone, their only option for medical care is Tom Paris with his pre-med experience. Yikes. Doing so, she denied him the very growth that she had been encouraging all along. When the truth comes to light, she's faced with another impossible choice: protect the Doctor from his own suffering or let him work through it, knowing it could destroy him. After some assertive encouragement from 7 of 9, Janeway makes the only decision she can. She lets him struggle, just as any human would, and that's what makes her such a fascinating captain to me. Janeway doesn't just make the hard choices, she acknowledges when she's made the wrong one and course corrects. The brilliance of Latent Image is that it refuses to provide an easy answer. The Doctor never finds a clean resolution to his dilemma. Instead, he breaks free of his feedback loop by accepting that there is no right or wrong answer, only the reality of living with his choice. And that's what makes this episode resonate with me personally. In real life, moral questions aren't neatly solved. They linger. They sit with us. For better or for worse, they shape who we are. And what makes this episode even more impressive is that it's essentially a bottle episode. No big action set pieces, no galaxy-spanning stakes, just a handful of characters, limited sets, and an ethical dilemma so compelling that it becomes one of the show's most unforgettable stories. It proves that great television doesn't need a massive budget, just great writing, great performances, and a willingness to ask the kind of questions that don't have easy answers. That's why Latent Image is one of Voyager's best episodes in my opinion. It's also why the Doctor remains one of Star Trek's most fascinating characters to me. If you haven't watched this one in a while, do yourself a favor. Alright, catch you on the next one.